Please welcome once again boxing out of the blue corner, representing Maguire's firm from Blackpool, Steve Livewire Maguire, and his opponent across the ring, boxing out of the red corner, representing Team Wood, Billy Hawkey. 3 2-minute rounds of IBA action. Your referee, Mr. Gary Bedford. Thank you.
So, Gary Bedford getting us underway for the next fight between Billy Hawkey, who's got all the support of the fans around here, up against Steve Maguire from Mally's Fight Camp up in Blackpool. So it's going to be an interesting fight, this one. Very lively start from these two boys, and already Steve Maguire putting on the pressure in that opening round. Billy Hawkey in the black trunks with the white stripe up against Steve Maguire in the blue and multicoloured shorts. It's a very lively character, this Steve Maguire. Reflected in the ring here, busy style, bobbing, weaving, all action. But Billy Hawkey giving as good as he gets. This is going to be a right old punch-up, these two boys. Fans really getting behind it right from the start. Billy Hawkey's got the longer reach. Taller lad out the two. Steve Maguire, shorter, very compact but very speedy, moves fast, and has got a great desire to win this fight. He really enjoys a tussle, does Steve Maguire. He's right in there, applying the pressure on Billy Hawkey. Ideally, you'd want Billy to be boxing behind his jab. He's got the advantage of a longer reach, but I think he likes a bit of a tussle as well. So this is going to be an interesting fight between two lads who are not really going to want to take a backward step. Very busy work from Steve Maguire, and Billy Hawkey really trying to just keep Steve Maguire off him. And Gary Bedford stepping in there and warning about the use of the elbow. So Steve Maguire looking for that opening. Billy Hawkey behind that defence, both just having a slight moment before they unleash more blows on each other. This is a real toe-to-toe fight. Don't think they can go 3 rounds like that. Pressure coming from Steve Maguire. And that's the end of round 1. The crowd really enjoyed that. So in the corner there, Billy Hawkey being talked to by his trainer, who we saw earlier, Dougie Wood. Getting some good advice off him. Maybe he's just got to slow down his style a little bit, maybe box on the retreat, box behind that jab, or maybe he just wants an all-action punch-up. We're going to find out. Round 2, Steve Maguire against Billy Hawkey. The pace doesn't show much sign of letting up. It's just a right royal punch-up, this one. Steve Maguire. He's at it, he's busy, he's looking for the openings, likes a tear-up. Great movement from Steve Maguire. And Billy Hawkey's just got to try and stay calm. If he can use his boxing skills, but it's really a question of how much pressure Steve Maguire puts on him. And look at this sustained attack, but Billy Hawkey giving as good as he gets. Great fight between two committed boxers. This is what the IBA wants to see. Two fighters really getting at each other in the ring, giving the crowd exactly what they want. Good shots from Steve Maguire that connected to the face of Billy Hawkey. But he's not taking a backward step. They're loving it, the fans. Steve Maguire, more pressure. Bobbing and weaving as he comes in, throwing the left and right. But Billy Hawkey came back with some good jabs there. Knocked Steve Maguire out of his stride. If he could just fight maybe behind that jab, he might find it a bit easier. Getting a lot of encouragement from his corner with Dougie Wood. Bit more ragged now from Steve Maguire. You wonder whether he can keep up this pace. Can't just keep throwing blows and blows. You're gonna run out of steam at some point. These boys train hard for this. It just isn't easy to get in the ring and be that committed for that length of time. You've got to have a level of fitness. Fantastic second round. Let's see some of the action. This was an attack by Steve Maguire. What a game lad he is. Like all these fighters coming out from Blackpool, from Malley's gym, they really give it their best shot. Dougie Wood giving him the advice in the corner, maybe just to calm down, use his boxing skills, and there's Malley in the corner with Steve Maguire. Last round, round 3. Both boxers acknowledge each other. Who's going to go most for it in this last round? Steve Maguire very busy. Billy Hawkey maybe getting the better shots in. A lot of these shots from Steve Maguire getting caught on the gloves of Billy Hawkey. Great action from these two boys. Oh! Now that was a great shot there from Billy Hawkey to the body of Steve Maguire. He's following it up, and that's the first time that Steve Maguire took a backward step in this fight. Waving him on though. Billy Hawkey following up. Finally got through with that body shot. That could have changed the complexion of the whole fight. Steve Maguire still game, but he knows that Billy Hawkey can hurt him. Urging him on now. Steve Maguire really having a go. Very difficult to tell who's on top. You might just say Billy Hawkey having the better shots out of the two of them, but both of them you can't fault for aggression. They've really had a go. Billy Hawkey boxing behind that jab when he can, when he's not being pressured by Steve Maguire, coming in for a big attack, bleeding now from the nose, Billy Hawkey. Referee stepping in there, Gary Bedford having a word with Steve Maguire. Worried about the use of the head, you can see the blood coming from the nose of Billy Hawkey. Is he going to have a big finish to the round? Steve Maguire, the first time in this fight, not throwing much. Steve Maguire in the corner, taking a hammering. This is the first time we haven't seen him throw back, and referee Gary Bedford, it's not a standing count, but telling him to keep his head up, and there you go. The end of the fight, which ended with Billy Hawkey on top, and that's the first time we saw Steve Maguire not firing back. Great fighters who were really committed. Well done, Steve Maguire and Billy Hawkey. Let's hear the result.
After 3 half-fought rounds of IBA action, the contest is scored at 29-28 in favour of the red corner.
There it is, Billy Hawkey gets it. I think he just shaded it. Over to Big Joe.
Another great fight, Billy. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Steve's nickname, Livewire.
Yeah, he's a very good boxer. I thought he had it at one point, but then I slowly crept back, and I thought I just grabbed it back off him. So yeah,
it was a great fight. 2 contrasting styles, both southpaws, but in the end, I think it was your height, reach. Yeah. And you wanted it more.
I did want it more. Obviously, my first fight, first win, first victory. I think it was against a very good fighter, really good fighter, and I couldn't have known better.
Well, I tell you what, the crowd enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it big time. Yeah, really did. Yeah.
When are you out next?
When am I up next? Hopefully soon. Have a word with my trainer, see what available dates next, and I'll be in that one as well.
Well, listen, the very best of luck to you in your career.
Thank you very much.